What if the biggest changes happening across Europe right now are not starting in Brussels, but inside Germany? From shifting energy systems and industrial reinvention to rising economic pressure and regional uncertainty, Germany is quietly setting the direction for the entire continent. So what is really happening inside Germany right now? And what does it signal for the future of Europe? Let's explain it. Hello and welcome to World Trends Explained. Today we are taking a deeper look inside Germany, not to follow today's headlines, but to understand the real forces reshaping the country right now. More importantly, we will use Germany's situation to explain a much bigger regional picture, what these changes mean for the rest of Europe, from current conditions to energy and industry shifts, and finally to the wider European impact. Here is what you need to know. Right now, Germany is operating under a combination of environmental stress, infrastructure strain, and economic uncertainty that is becoming more visible in everyday life. In several regions, changing weather patterns continue to challenge transport systems, local infrastructure, and emergency planning. Periods of heavy rainfall and flooding have disrupted rail connections and local roads in parts of western and southern Germany, while extended dry and warm periods in other regions are placing pressure on water management and agriculture. These conditions are not simply seasonal inconveniences, they increasingly affect regional transport reliability, public safety planning, and infrastructure maintenance budgets. Germany has one of the most heavily used rail networks in Europe, and repeated weather-related disruptions are exposing how vulnerable high-density transport systems are to environmental instability. At the same time, large cities are facing growing pressure on drainage systems, urban cooling infrastructure, and energy distribution networks. But weather is only part of today's situation. The larger challenge facing Germany right now is economic tension. Manufacturing orders have weakened compared to previous years, and many companies are operating in a much more cautious investment environment. Energy costs, labor shortages, and slowing global demand have created uncertainty for businesses that traditionally rely on long production cycles and long-term planning. Small and medium-sized companies, long considered the backbone of the German economy, are feeling this pressure particularly strongly. Some are delaying expansion projects, others are reconsidering hiring plans, and many are now restructuring internal processes to prepare for a more volatile business environment. For households, the current situation shows up in higher utility costs, rising living expenses, and continued concern about economic stability. Although Germany remains one of Europe's strongest economies, confidence among consumers and businesses has become more fragile. This cautious mood matters, not only domestically, but because Germany's economic rhythm has long influenced the economic rhythm of the entire European region. Beyond today's short-term challenges, Germany is undergoing one of the most ambitious economic and industrial transformations in its modern history. At the center of this transformation is energy. Germany is accelerating its transition away from fossil fuels and toward renewable power, hydrogen infrastructure, and grid modernization. This shift is not ideological, it is strategic. Germany's industrial system depends on stable and affordable energy, but rising geopolitical uncertainty and past dependency on external suppliers have forced a fundamental rethink of how the country secures its energy future. As a result, massive investment is now flowing into wind energy projects, solar infrastructure, power storage facilities, hydrogen production networks, and digital grid management systems. This transition is complex. Renewable generation capacity is expanding, but industrial demand remains extremely high. Heavy industries such as chemicals, steel, and advanced manufacturing require stable, continuous power supply. Balancing green targets with industrial competitiveness is becoming one of Germany's central policy challenges. At the same time, Germany's industrial model itself is evolving. For decades, German manufacturing was built around automotive engineering, mechanical equipment, industrial machinery, and export-driven production. Today, this model is being reshaped by three forces. First, automation and artificial intelligence are rapidly changing factory operations. Robotics, predictive maintenance systems, and real-time data monitoring are becoming standard features in advanced production plants. Second, The global shift toward electric vehicles and climate-friendly technologies is transforming the automotive sector. Germany's car manufacturers and suppliers are restructuring supply chains, retraining workers, and investing heavily in battery technology and software development. Third, global competition is intensifying. Companies now face strong technological competition from Asia and North America in digital manufacturing, semiconductor production, and clean energy technology. To remain competitive, Germany is expanding public-private partnerships, research funding, and innovation hubs focused on advanced materials, industrial software, and next-generation manufacturing tools. This transformation brings opportunity, but it also creates deep structural pressure. Many traditional roles are being redesigned. Some production processes are being relocated or reorganized, and regional industrial clusters are being reshaped around new specializations. Another critical element of Germany's shift is workforce availability. Germany faces a growing shortage of skilled labor in engineering, information technology, construction, and healthcare. This is forcing companies and policymakers to invest more heavily in vocational training, technical education, and international recruitment. Immigration and labor integration have therefore become increasingly central economic issues. The success of Germany's energy and industrial transition now depends not only on technology, but on people. To understand what Germany's transformation means, it is essential to see Germany not simply as one country, but as a regional economic engine. Germany is deeply embedded in European production networks. Components, materials, and specialized services flow constantly between Germany and its neighboring countries. When German factories slow down, accelerate, or reorganize, the impact is felt across supply chains throughout Europe. As Germany restructures its energy system, the rest of Europe must adapt. Cross-border electricity trading is becoming more important. Energy storage and grid integration across national borders are increasingly necessary to stabilize renewable supply. Germany's success, or difficulty, in managing this transition will influence how quickly Europe can scale its own clean energy infrastructure. The industrial transformation underway in Germany also sends a powerful signal to other European economies. If Germany successfully combines green energy, digital manufacturing, and competitive industrial output, it creates a model that other countries can follow. If it struggles with rising costs, labor shortages, or reduced competitiveness, it raises difficult questions about the future of Europe's traditional industrial base. For Central and Eastern European economies that supply parts and services to German manufacturers, Germany's restructuring decisions determine future investment flows, production volumes, and regional employment stability. At the political and policy level, Germany's choices strongly influence European regulatory frameworks. Energy policy coordination, industrial subsidies, technology funding, and workforce mobility programs are all shaped by Germany's strategic direction. In short, Germany is acting as a testing ground for Europe's broader economic and energy transition. How Germany manages risk, investment, and social stability during this transformation will affect the entire region. Looking ahead, there are three critical signals to watch inside Germany over the coming months. First, monitor how quickly renewable capacity and grid infrastructure expand relative to industrial demand. If energy supply stabilizes while costs remain competitive, Germany's industrial transition gains credibility. If supply constraints persist, pressure on manufacturers will intensify. Second, watch labor market adjustments. Training programs, immigration integration, and workforce mobility initiatives will determine whether companies can actually fill the roles created by new technology and infrastructure investment. Third, follow industrial investment decisions. New factory construction, technology partnerships, and research centers will reveal which sectors Germany believes will drive its future growth. These signals will show whether Germany is moving toward a more resilient industrial model or entering a prolonged period of restructuring. Germany is not simply managing short-term disruption. It is redefining how a modern European industrial economy functions under environmental, technological, and geopolitical pressure. What happens inside Germany right now is shaping the economic and energy trajectory of the entire European region. Understanding Germany today is one of the clearest ways to understand Europe tomorrow. If this breakdown helped you understand what is really reshaping Germany and Europe right now, support the channel by liking this video and tell us in the comments, which European country should we explain next?